under the entire GOP field say to repeal Obamacare. One of the key aspects of Obamacare for college students is the factor where they can stay on their parents' insurance until the age of 26. Would you get rid of that when you're president, like when you repeal Obamacare, and then would place that back in, or what would you do with that?
I think there are some provisions that are okay. I think that one is a good provision. And my fundamental concern about Obamacare is that it has a heavy-handed government-centric mandate that might very well be unconstitutional. And I think we may prove that point next June when the Supreme Court takes it up. It's $1 trillion dropped on our economy over the next 10 years when we can least afford it as people. And it infuses an enormous amount of uncertainty into the marketplace. You've got a lot of small businesses who are sitting on their hands, and they're saying, I want to hire, I want to deploy capital in the marketplace, but I can't tell what the costs are going to be for healthcare longer term. So I say, we got to start over again. You know, with the best of intentions, it just wasn't the right thing. And after repealing it, I think our focus needs to be on healthcare costs. $3 trillion, that's the size of the GDP of France. Half of that number, most experts would tell you, is superfluous, needless spending. So I say, what are the cost drivers of healthcare? We've got to figure that out and get our arms around it. Is it frivolous litigation? Is it the fee-for-service approach? Is it the FDA-mandated trials that puts the cost onto somebody? Is it inadequate insurance policies that we don't have enough of that are affordable and accessible? Probably all the above. But we've got to figure out how to get patients when they walk in the doctor's office to be a little more empowered with their choices, so they understand what procedures are available, what they cost, and what the insurance implications will be. Because you walk in today, nobody knows the cost. The doctors don't know the cost, the patients don't know the cost, and then you get the bill and you say, where did this come from? So the whole cost side of it needs to be looked at in a very serious way. And the second part would be an insurance marketplace where insurance companies actually are taking a risk, which they're supposed to do, and I don't think they're doing enough of that today, providing us enough in the way of affordable, accessible policies. That's the biggest problem today, is we don't have affordability in our healthcare insurance policies. We worked on that when I was governor of the state of Utah. We worked on expanding the marketplace and getting more in the way of affordable, accessible policies, particularly for the younger generation, the 18 to 35-year-old population, that they're never going to die, so they think, so why do they need health insurance? But even if they wanted to get the coverage, there's nothing they can afford. So we worked very hard in getting an affordable option for them, kind of a catastrophic policy coverage. And then if you wanted to buy that out in Utah or some other state, you can't do it. You can't purchase it because it's a cross-state transaction, which is not allowed. So there's a lot that needs to be done in freeing up the marketplace around the insurance industry, in allowing people to better access affordable policies that meet their needs in life.
And then another question, bring up the Supreme Court. Many of the other fields, many of the GOP contenders are setting term limits on Supreme Court justices. Would you be in favor of that, or would you be against that?
I think our system works the way we have it today. We have enough in the way of checks and balances in the system, and I think we're served well in the judiciary. I do want term limits for Congress. I think that that's absolutely necessary. This thing called incumbency grows very deep roots, and people get in and they just end up staying for a very long time. And I think the system needs to be replenished with new energy and new ideas, as opposed to the judiciary, where you need to be you need to be independent and you can't be politicized. And so I think the lifetime commitment from a career standpoint probably serves our needs there.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. It's a pleasure.